When you think of rock bands, you maybe think of grit or aggression, but I have been told that Rosa DeSauron's voice both embodies that powerful rock sound and something that is tender, soaring, and almost prayer-like. And this is meant to be one of their most emotional pieces. Go to the gear to turn on the captions in your language, and let's discover what makes a voice connect beyond that rock technique. Not what I was expecting this to be from what I've heard. In the instrumental, it is already this combination. As I said, you've got the drums, you've got the bass, and then you've got these soaring, swelling strings that feel like the undercurrent of emotion. I have been thinking a lot about what makes things emotional, what connects with an audience. Emotion and prayer is within the subtext. It's not often in the actual lyrics itself, although it can be. And in our vocal choices, in our musical choices, we want to bring out that subtext, that feeling that lies underneath. Let's see what he does.
Está tudo bem. Se há alguma coisa, então venha entender o quanto só você pode dar um simples passo de cada vez. O sol da meia-noite aqui existe. Você principal e veja que o amor resiste. Olhe e prova assim de toque.
So interesting. He has that real rocky grit, which is often related to aggression, but it doesn't feel aggressive at all. And I often find that rock and metal singers are really good at sensitive songs or empowering songs. This feels really empowering to me, actually. And I think that is because in rock and metal, it's often about embracing those darker emotions while embracing imperfections. And when you go into other emotions like sadness or reflection or prayer or something inspirational like this, then having that direct connection with your emotions really helps in your expression.
Então venha entender o quanto só você pode dar um simples passo de cada
See how he's popping the consonants as well?
O sol da meia-noite aqui existe. Você principal e veja que o amor resiste. Olhe e prova assim de toque Deus que te faz entender toda a poesia e torna mais valiosa a vida e prova que ainda dá pra ser feliz. Apenas atenda quem chama.
So this is pretty high. It sounds really full and really warm. How is he doing it? Part of it is creating enough space in his mouth and his vocal tract. And the one thing that can get in the way of that is your tongue. It can fill up your vocal tract and it can fill up your mouth and get in the way of that sound. I like to think of it like your vocal tract is a trumpet and your tongue is like putting a sock in that trumpet. So what we want to do is get it out of the way. And what he's doing, you can see it's kind of flat in his mouth. And when I do exercises with my students, sometimes I get them to sing with their tongue out like this. It's not because I particularly want the front of the tongue to come forward. I want that to be flexible and able to create all the consonants, but actually the back of the tongue can come back and fill up that space more than we would like it to. And that can cause a whole host of issues, but most importantly, it can make it sound a little bit squeaky and a little bit tight. He's also positioning his jaw really well. So we're going to listen to a bit more and I want you to watch where his jaw is.
Apenas atenda quem chama e perceba que só ele pode compreender o seu interior e as suas dores afastar, os seus sonhos realizar, a sua vida transformar. Basta que você entenda que é Deus que te faz entender toda a poesia.
See, that jaw is so interesting. Step 1 to learning to sing that most people don't do is they don't open their mouth enough. He is definitely doing that. So his jaw is dropped. Second issue that comes up is that people try and open just from the front. So they're kind of hinging from here. But he is extending here. So it's almost creating a little bit extra space between his back teeth. And that creates even more space in the mouth and makes it even warmer. So his jaw position is great, his tongue position is great. He's just doing some great singing.
Se entender toda a poesia.
You really see it there.
Torna mais valiosa a vida e prova que ainda dá pra ser feliz. Apenas atenda quem chama e peça que
You can really see him keeping his tongue down as well.
ele te toque e cure toda a sua.
That moment is actually so interesting because he's using some pop nuances in there, again with that gritty vocal. He's finding this balance between the soaring nature of his voice, his beautiful open high notes, the grittiness of his natural tone. I wouldn't be surprised if that is in his speaking tone, and if it's not, then he is doing a fantastic job of keeping that distortion really, really consistent. But he's also adding some pop nuances in there that make it feel a little bit brighter and a little bit less dark, like this.
E peça que nessa noite ele te toque.
That big old slide in there, and that little run is such a pop nuance. I love it.
E cure todas suas
And he's got a shooting star above him.
E velho sol espere acordar. Amanhã será novo dia.
That was cool. Let's listen to that again.
Amanhã será novo dia.
He goes from full mix where his vocal cords are together very thickly, and to get that thinner breathy sound, he suddenly thins them out and opens them up a bit. So you get that contrast in sound, and it just feels super, super delicate and beautiful. Nice harmonies as well. I love that. So dramatic as well.
Jutro demaradio hasta barato. Mañana morgen tomorrow.
don't know if it feels like a quiet, reflective prayer, and that's what I was expecting. It just feels like catharsis, like, yay! I am happy about living in the world. And also, I have a kind of cool, gritty voice, so I'm also embodying a lot of the imperfections of humanity. Although, learning to do grit like that, it can be hard too. It feels uplifting and it feels human.
Nessa noite esse toque
Cry in there.
todas suas feridas e leve o sono espere acordar. Amanhã será novo dia.
You can sing, right? And again, back onto that.
Só da minha noite aqui existe.
That balance of rock grit and power with the inspiration of all the strings underneath and his open, soaring placement was beautiful. It felt like it held so much inspiration, vulnerability, and power at the same time. If you like this, then you might like some of these. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.